Week 2, day 3, just like we've talked about in the last 2 videos, this content is going to be very similar, if not exactly, to day 3 of week 1. So we're going to do our chest press, we're going to do our bridges, we're going to do our marching bridges, and we're going to do our pullovers today. So grab your weights. Let's come on over onto your back. And let's get those arms rolled back. Just get everything warmed up here. We're doing simulation moves, which means we're gonna do the exact same moves that we're planning on doing throughout the workout. All we're gonna do though is do a little more intense when we get into the workout. So glute raises, glute raises. Think about pushing against your heels to drive your hips up. Good, arms up, open and close, open and close. Just a quick warm up before we get into our 12 reps of 3 different sets for today. Switch sides. Continue this motion, but just do 2, and then continue through the motion. Good, take your arms up and over. As we go up and over, the purpose of this is to think about that core. We talk about it every day with Fit for Shore, and we need to keep our rib cage down. Everything is nice and tight. So you're not just throwing your arms over your head, you are keeping that mind-body connection. Think about how your stomach is feeling right now. Do you feel when your arms go overhead, your core turned on? Does your back come off the mat? If it does, keep it nice and neutral. You do not have to press it all the way down. For me, pressing it all the way down, my hips are like this. My neutral is right here. So keep it nice and tight all the way through. Good, you should be warmed up in that quick 2-minute warm up. Take your arms out to the side. If you want to progress this a little bit, you can either increase your weights or keep your hips up into that press. But same movements, 12 reps. Elbows go down, they're not up. Down to the side, about a 45-degree angle from your side. 2. Great job. If you want to progress just a little bit, arms are up. You're gonna go down and up. Knees pointed straight forward. Walk those feet back directly to those hips. Arms are up. You can even add a press if you'd like and continue to do the reps we did previously. 3, 2, I'm gonna drop the weights for me. And then we're gonna do our marches. Hands down at your side, pressing, and you're gonna march. Good. Abs in nice and tight. 3, 2, and last one. Good. Come on down, grab one weight. We're gonna do that pullover. Arms up, overhead, pull down and up. So the first video, we did our squat and our row, and we worked the back of our body. In our second video, we worked our hamstrings. We worked our shoulders with our presses. And then we went into our bird dogs. Now what we're doing is we're gonna work our chest. So we're working on horizontal presses, horizontal press movements. Then we're working on hip extension with those hip raises or glute raises. Working on your marches, keeping that core engaged. And then our pullovers, again, keeping our core engaged. 2, And last one, put those weights down, hands down at your side, hips lifted. Try to walk your heels back and just drive those glutes up. If your knees are going out to the side, don't let them. Squeeze those knees into the center. Good. All for just starting to work out, or if you have been working out a long time and just want to kind of reprogram what you're going to do, especially within the first 6 weeks of identifying a program. Keep your hips lifted and knees up. You want to make sure though with your programming that you are doing it for about 4 to 6 weeks for your body to get used to those movements. You do want them to get used to those movements to be able to get some muscle growth. If you just continue to move through movements and not have an actual plan in place, that's when your body can have a plateau and you don't see any gains anymore. Excellent job. Drop it down. Grab that weight up and over. Keep that rib cage down. So yes, you want to have similar movements. You don't want to just have what's called undulating periodization and not see any gains throughout the movement. That can also be a detriment to your mental health as well when you don't see any progress. You do not want to move too quickly throughout movements, because when you move too quickly throughout the movements and relax, you're never going to see any actual change. So last set guys, we can do this. And press. Again, if you want to get those hips lifted, legs lifted. On week 3, it'll be a little different than what we're doing now, either by adding weights and or changing some of the routine a little bit. 3, 2, good, drop that weight down. And arms behind your head or down at your side, and hips up, straight line from the top of the knees all the way to the upper part of your back. Squeeze knees together. Plateaus can be a real thing. If you don't do change throughout and see muscular growth throughout the 6 weeks. So even though when we talk about body changes and creating different movements within a workout, if you, again, don't see continuous movement and continuous progression, then you will not see change. Go ahead, arms up, or legs up, and just march it out. This is a ground zero workout, ground zero. So 3 movements is just enough. It is just enough to get started. When we have 6 to 10 movements, we are not going to continue. How can we progress through 6 to 10 movements? Starting out with basic movements is just fine. And relax. Grab that weight, push it up, and go up and over. So if someone comes to you and says, oh, 3 movements, that's nothing. Absolutely it is. Where do we go from here? And that's what the personal training individualized program is all about. Taking it from step 1 to step 2 to step 2 to step 3, step 3 to step 4. So stay with it. 3, 2, excellent. And you are done with week 2, day 3. So, I hope you have a wonderful day. In Fit for Shore, we are with you every step of the way. Thanks for joining this free content video with me today. If you'd like to stay updated, check out our Instagram, TikTok, and website. With Fit for Shore every day, we will be there each step of the way.